this is, I'm just putting down this rail cargo freight, the rail cargo at the moment. So I've got it hooked up and it's on its own line. All the way down it's on its own line. I'm going to put another one over here. I find if you only got one in the city it gets jam-packed real quick. But this is going to get overwhelmed and I already know that. And I can do nothing about it. I have no intentions of buying out that way. The next two tiles will be these two. I want to go across the river. And we've got massive public transport here, no buses. I make people walk everywhere and they've got access to walk everywhere. So I've just fixed up the ferry terminal and it's nice and low to the water now, so it doesn't look as stupid being 10 miles in the air. And I just pulled back the jetty, just pulled it back, brought the sand up, gave a little beach front just here. And this is the touristy area, for tourism, and there's also surrounded by leisure. And this boat here, I found it sunk way down the bottom, so I brought it up. I resurrected the Titanic, and it kind of just gives a little, a little edge to it, something different. I don't know if I should sink it down a little more, but I think it's good where it is. I am having a few high tide problems here, so I've raised the bank a little bit. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we shall see. We're approaching 20,000 and everything's looking pretty good in the city. I don't really have any problems. I've never had a death wave yet. I've had a few, about a dozen or so houses now and again, but I'm very spacious with my housing. I don't mass open land up just little bits. You've got lots of parklands everywhere. I'm set for buses everywhere. I just don't have them down because I find if you put buses down, people get lazy and they just get the bus everywhere. So I do have walkways everywhere, all over the city. I've got it all running off this roundabout with direct access to a pretty simple interchange. The idea is if they're turning left, I want them to come up here and turn left. I don't want them to come up and around and then turn right when they could have turned left, and vice versa. If they want to go over the bridge, I don't want them to come up here to turn right. I want them to go under there and go that way. But this is City Skylines, and nothing is ever as simple as that. So no mods. I'm on PlayStation 4 Pro, old generation. So anyway, we're gonna see. We're gonna put another rail cargo here and open the oil area when we hit 20,000. Education's good. Everything's good. I've only got a little bit of ore down here, and I'm not going to open any more until these guys have completely taken all the ore out. I've also got a trumpet interchange that I'm going to run through here with the outline of those two trees. I'm going to run it through here, and when I open these up, these two squares, I'm going to hook it onto that other freeway over that side and run a trumpet through, and we'll get some sort of interchange that hooks up with these two. That is the main artery. I'm never going to turn it into a freeway. It'll never be a freeway, but it's the main artery in and out. The traffic on this has been incredibly great. I've not had any problems whatsoever. And so, as you can see, it runs it runs all the way, and now I've just snaked it back up. I was going to hook it up to here. I don't think I will. I may do, but I've given a lot of access to the vehicles, lots and lots and lots of access, and this roundabout got inundated not so long ago. It holds a lot of traffic, and this bridge looks dodgy, but without destroying everything, which I will end up doing because I can't help myself, everything has to be perfect with me, so I don't like the way this is at the moment. I don't like to use tunnels, so that's just going to do for the meantime, and that stops all the traffic having to come out here, go through the roundabout and come down here and then meet up through here. I also put this collector through, so there's another collector here which is going to help when I bring the bus lines in for the monorail and the metro train here. There's one just pulling in the station. So this was quite challenging, building this bit, getting it all level, and that for some reason it's decided to make these areas a bit bridgy. I don't know why, but it's done it, and I've had to work around that, so I managed to get that done. We have got a fairly steep road there, and I can't really fix it without ruining everything, so it's turned it into a bit of a bridge and a steep little hill climb, but it's not too bad. Another really challenging part, you can actually let this run, was the monorail line around here. I was really cramped for room, didn't really know what to do. So I decided to go down and dig underneath and turn this into a bridge. And it kind of looks like a metro train rolling through there, but I had to dig it way down, and I've kept the grade really nice. So the grade is fairly realistic, and that ground level there brings this up to its height, and it continues on fairly smooth through there. It's fairly quick. This whole side is industry and just residential, so I've got three little pockets of high density. There's one here, high density residential, high-rise vandal. So it's only those couple there, and I've also got another one just here. Those guys are getting a bit big for what I want, but they'll still give some sort of height from a distance. So I've got to give access to this. That's why it was on pause. I've got one tiny little. This is the European area. So it's all European houses and European offices, which are in the middle here, and they're keeping the noise pollution down from the metro and the monorail that run through here. So that's pretty cool. Got the European firehouse, police station, medical centre, elementary school and the high school. So yeah, it's going pretty good, and that's a little bit of high dense European high density there. I've really been having a lot of trouble, not with this interchange. This is fine. It looks a bit dodgy, but it's only temporary. I've had a lot of problems on this collector here. It's really given me a bit of grief, but I have fixed it up. It's been going okay. So now I'm going to get this up and away, and just not too sure what to do with it yet. I'm going to turn it off for now, because I've had problems just here with the water, so it's going to go full speed for a bit and just check out what the tide's going to do here. Hopefully I fixed it up a bit. I don't like it when it floods, and it's going to backwash, but if that's high tide, that's okay. I think we might be alright now. So it needed a little bit of water under that, and I could probably scoop a little bit out. So And I can't help myself, I've got to do it. It just needs the tiniest bit. And we're going to get some water coming through the back there. Let's just open this up then. Bungalow here needs just a little bit of water, so it's probably too much now. Just moving at one little grade. Oh, almost flooded. Oh, it's trying to. Yeah, maybe when high tide comes. No, I think that's okay. I think we've managed to get some water under it, just some shallow stuff. Yeah, so the foreshore's looking fairly good. We've got the clock tower over here, and a little bit of tourism and leisure mixed in, and just a little beachy part here. Not too sure whether I should have kept them decoration at the front there, but it is what it is for now. So little place is going pretty good. The trains are going sick. The metro's going sick. The monorails are going sick. It's just, yeah, it's cracking. I'm pretty happy with it. Some of the people aren't too happy. Alright, let's figure this out. I think I might bring him in. I think I might bring him in this way. If it destroys my traffic, I can always readjust. Now by bringing him in that way, I'm going to choke this street. That'll get inundated. So I might be best. I might try this. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm going to try. I'm not going to have enough room to fit in the middle. I'll use this as a yeah, I'll have to find another way. Probably straight off the freeway. I might have to bring him in from the freeway, straight in from the freeway and straight back out again. I think that is the best option. It just means that they're all of my industry, which is all my forestry and agriculture and my generic, they're all going to have to take the freeway to go all the way around and then go all the way back again, or they'll jam pack this little bit here, and I don't really want that. So I've got some connecting roads to go over as well. It's just hard to figure out. I'm also going to be cramming a trumpet in through here too, so I'm pretty limited for space. I do worry about that connection there. Straight around the back of him. That'll get us another 4 in there. A little bit. Whoop. Get a little bit more agriculture going in there. So yeah. I want to hook this directly up to the freeway, and I think I'll do that. I think right now that's the best option until I do put the trumpet in, but I've got to open them 2 squares up there. I've got one available, but I don't want to open one up without the other. So yeah, the trumpet is going to hook this freeway up, and I've already lined out where I want it, and it's going to go straight across there and hook up with the freeway up over that side. And I'm going to run this collector off this freeway, and I'll run that collector straight over. And I've got another, and this will also, I'll break it off from there and we'll run that one across too. So we'll have a few access points. I wanted to run a rail freight cargo in here somewhere. Probably like drop these 2 blocks into one. Might be able to run it along the front of the street here. I don't want to go into the park area, that's helping my income. I'll have to try and sneak it past in through here. I won't get under that monorail there, so I'm not too sure how I could sneak it in, but I know if I can get cargo here and another cargo up here, that's going to save a lot of trucks moving around. My traffic's pretty good. We're at 93%, but I've been at 95 the whole time until I hit 18,000, and we've just started to get some heavy traffic areas now. So I've turned this into a collector, which runs us down to the main in and out, but it's got a heavy traffic ban on it. I don't want any heavy traffic going through here. I did find one tractor going in there. I don't know why it went down there, but it did. And I've just put 2 really dodgy. I don't like that, I can't handle it. I don't like digging under roads, so I'm never going to bury roads like that. But this side and this side was separated by this collector, and they had to go all the way down to go into there, and it just wasn't viable. So I've just put temporary connections there, and this one here, I really can't stand it. I've got to fix it up, but not right now. These homes will have to go. I'll end up straightening that road a bit. Yeah, so it's going pretty good, but right now, if I don't get the road structure right, this is going to collapse like every other city that we all build, and we get to 20 or 30,000 and then it falls apart. So I've put a lot of thought into this build. I've got metro, I've got monorail, and I've got trains, and they service the entire city really well. There's a lot of people walking. I've got walk access everywhere that hooks up everywhere. Every suburb hooks up in about 5 or 6 places. Every shopping centre, every commercial, every industry, they all hook up together via roads. I've just put this monorail in here. It's just a dodgy one, but that's so these guys can get to work in the iron ore and save them driving in, which is pretty good. There's not many cars coming in, so that's kind of worked. The rail lines I've kept separated, so I don't let any intercity trains come to this station, being just a single line. So they bypass and they come up to this one. I've got my direct line running off that, which they're my trains there, the yellows. And also got a single green line running, direct express, way down for these hillbillies over here. So they've got a direct train that skips this station and goes directly straight in to this side of this is where it's all happening on this side of the map. So it's mainly industry and low dense residential, and it's going to stay that way. So I've got a couple of tiny little pockets of high dense, and that's just to give a little bit of height in just some small pockets. So I've only just put this little one in here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 7 buildings there. And from a distance, that'll give a little bit of height there, a tiny bit of height just in the centre, and a little bit of height over here, which is European. This area is European here. So yeah, I might put a little pocket of height close to this station. So maybe this block here can have some high density. Actually, I'm going to do that now. I should have done that. I should have waited for him to move out, but here's what it is. I put them in and then I'll complete the So they're close to the schools. We've got the transport right there, and this also hooks straight up to the metro as well. The metro runs right through, so it's a good place for it. I'll just make sure that I zone this. Put a high-rise band in here. I just want him, I don't want him to get super tall. High dense residential, high rise van. And that should keep him at a good height. Not good with its commands, I'll tell you. Console's extremely hard to play. Alright, we've just triggered them. Now, the big challenge. I have to allow my industry to access this. I have to be careful of this collector. It holds a lot of traffic for most of these dudes in here. They've only got 2 other access roads out. They've also got another one in. Did I not replace that? I didn't replace that. Oh yes, I did. They've got an access road in here, but not one out. And this always gets choked with traffic. Like, I only just fixed it up, but I know if I hook onto this collector to give access here, this whole area is going to turn to shit. It's just going to be a big car park, and I don't want that. So I'm going to take my chances. We're going to come off here, I think, and we've got high-rise band in there. I was going to try and utilise this collector here to give access down here, but it might choke it, and because that's an exit point, I don't think that's real smart to do either. Not too sure what to do at present. If I run it off the freeway, then all the industry has to go out, down to there, hook around, which will cause chaos, come all the way down, to go in, to come out, and go all the way back around again. I've got heavy traffic ban, HTB, heavy traffic ban all the way through my residential. I've got no commercial in there. That's not heavy traffic ban. This is heavy traffic ban up until that street. So no heavy traffic will be able to use that interchange. They can only come in from here, and they can only make it to this street, which they'll go in, do their deliveries, come out here. No, sorry. No, that's heavy traffic banned as well. So they can get to the shops, but then they have to come in and out this way, and then they can go back across this collector here. So see, heavy traffic ban. So I'm not letting any heavy vehicles enter in through here. These access roads are close together and they just get absolutely choked. So I've managed to fix that up. I really need to think about this. Oops. See, we're already heavy with traffic. It's not choked or anything, but it's heavy. And I know that if I start giving reasons for this to be used more vehicles, especially putting this down, and I'm asking for serious trouble, and this whole city will just come to a complete and utter dead still. It'll just be a big car park. So I'm going to put a rail cargo over here as well, and when I do that, this here, the traffic here will get 50%, and then this one will go down immediately as well, and we'll get 50% there. But I'm not going to put this one down till I hit 20,000, so we're almost there. I really need to think about how I'm going to do this. In all honesty, this is my key. This is my key, and I should get rid of that connection there. Fuck it. We're going off here. It's the only way. It's the only way to do it. So we want this around the opposite way. The reason is they go in at the red container and they come out those last two doors. So you might be able to go straight up. No, we've got no room there. And this is where I'll bring him in. So yeah, this will be quite interesting. This will be quite interesting. And a tad ugly. It'll be a tad ugly, this connection. Maybe I should also hook this to the freeway temporarily. I think I'll do that. I'll just continue with the freeway down from here. This will change. It's going to be temporary. I definitely feel this is the best option. Right, let's get this connection done first, and then... Oh my god, that is terrible. Absolutely woeful. we'll hook it up through there, I guess. And give us an opportunity to continue this road down and under and keep getting residential out in all of this area here, so we're not wasting all that space. Let's go lift up a little and we'll allow that. And it's a nice bridge. Alright, we're going again. We're just going out there. There's something unique coming up, whatever that may be. Lift across. I really hate how this game does this. It shits me to tears. Alright, so we can do something with this a little bit later. Temporary. Might turn this into a freeway section. No, we won't. We're not going to turn it. What we are going to do is we're going to do it in dirt road first. It's going to help bring some of them in so they won't have to come from miles away. Just throw 4 lanes there to give it. Fuck off, mate. I'll give it a designated turning lane. But you gotta bust my ass all the time. Go away. Sick of your shit. Go on, get. Fucking bother someone else. we'll have to keep that as a 4 as well. So we'll run 4 lanes right through there. Okay, I think we better just dual lane it. Look, before I get too carried away, I've got to just wait and see how it reacts. That would be the best method. So if I'm to come, if I'm allowing the outside traffic to come in this way, I'll have to up and over here and bring them on. Probably bring them on from this side, so we'll go up and around. We'll do that. I leave that there so I forget when I'm building. I get carried away sometimes and I forget that a trumpet needs to go in there, and that would destroy everything. So what we'll do now is we've got to sneak this out on the exit. And we're not going to get it out there. And we're not going to do spaghetti. We're going to keep this absolute legit. I don't like that. I'm going to fix that up. I didn't like that. That was no good. Just get a little bit more room here. That's a little better. Two-way in up to there. It doesn't want to play nicely.
Hi, Washhans, Washhans, Washhans.
Oh, I'm not sure what that means, but g'day. I've got, I can't actually read the comments. I've got voice to comments on at the moment, so she's kind of hard to understand, this woman, when she speaks your message. That's much better, nice and smooth, not fake. Alright, it's got a temporary access over here. And this is going to get flooded with traffic, so it's building dirt road. Come on, let me do this. Alright, and we'll go from this way. Establishing your power connection. This whole, all these little residents here rely heavily on this power. And they have to bring it through here. Hanging out here, yeah, we've got a little bit. Alright, we'll bring it through here. Beautiful. We'll open this into 3. And do those 2 off. Down to 2, so that'll give them enough room to all merge in. That 2 and 2 makes 4. Down to 3, down to 2, in, and now there's just the out. So that'll let them get back out that way, but I don't want to arc that back on and up to here. So we're going to have to hug the railway line up and over there and out. That's the only other way to do it. Here too. Alright, well, one thing's for sure, they have to come out this way, so extremely hard on console. I can't hook it up back here to let them out because then they'll interfere here, so I've got to be careful what I do. That makes that a little smoother. We'll drop a 4 lane there. Running in 3, 4, 2 drop out, and should be back into 2. And we are, so that's lane mathematics done there. 2 and 2 into 4. 1 opens up to 2, opens up to 3, opens up to 4, 2 off, 2 straight. Alright, I think we're cooking with chooks. It's gonna look really ugly, really ugly, but it must be done. So when they come out, they'll have the 2, open up the 3, and we'll split this 2 ways now. Come off on at 45 each way. Not going to let me, but that should get us through it. bit more. There we go. Oh. Let's put a nice big arc on this. A little bit too much. Just made it. Give that 4. We'll leave it 2. Give it 4 on the bridge. Double 4. Back to 3. So that's got him in. That's got him out. It's without this looking too bad. Let's try and follow this out. I want it straight, please. Ideally come over there. Get it here. Oh, work with me for Christ's sake. This console on this game is incredibly difficult. I think we'll just follow the rail line just for a little bit of aesthetics. Hook up nicely. Up one. Alright, we'll give that 4. 4, 4. 3, 3, back down to 2, and eventually into a single. Let's just give that 2 for the way out. So since we're running 4, let's give this 2 off as well, and that will give us our lane mathematics. If we leave that 4 with 2 off, that should drop this back to 2. And 2, 1 will give us the 4, 1 off back to 3. And we're set. Well, here goes nothing. We're going to see if this is either going to make or break the city. Sure the lanes are right, they are. So we've given them access to come in via here. Oh, what's hooked up to this? Nothing. So we're right. So they can come in from out of town. All my industry here can access it. How does forestry and agriculture access? They will have to come maybe I can use this collector here. I do not want to use this collector at all. This gets absolutely hammered with traffic, this whole area. Absolutely smashed. At the moment I've got it under control. But my God, this thing is... this strip here is crazy. This whole area was high dense European. This whole area. All of that. And I destroyed it all. Put it back to low dense European. And just kept this little bit here. This blocked the freeway, it blocked that freeway, it blocked that whole freeway, and it blocked my entire arterial through the city. So yeah, that's why it's given these little access points, but they're dodgy and I've got to come back and fix them up. But I just want to get this thing cracking. So the trains come in one way and they continue through, shoot back out on their own line. I'm just about to fire it off. I just want to make sure forestry and agriculture can access there. And to do that, they have to come out to here and take the long way around. So they've got a heavy traffic ban through there, so they can't come that way. They can't access it from that collector. They have to remove the heavy traffic ban from here, and that's why you've always got to check. You've got to check. Whoop. You've always got to check before you fire things off, because you'll just destroy your entire city. That was heavy traffic banned right up to there. Now I'm going to give them access through there. I expect a lot of traffic, but if we can make 20,000, then I'll put another rail cargo hub over here and open up the oil, and then I'll build this trumpet freeway where all these dirt roads sitting that I can't build in there, so that's where the trumpet's going to go, and we'll open both of them tiles at 20,000, them two there. So the plan's coming together. It's just trying to tame the traffic beast before it gets too bad. So lane mathematics, everything's right there. We're ready to fire up. I'm going to continue this suburb on here and probably get them to utilise this basic connection. I didn't want to give access to this side. I could have put one of these T dodgy things in, but I don't really want outside traffic to come in and use this. I just want this just for my city. So let's just double check. So both forestry and farming have got connections in there. If I heavy traffic ban this road, that'll just filter down to here, and this is a monorail narrow collector. That'll choke it to the shit house. So I have to leave this open. At least I can make it a 6-lane arterial if worse comes to worse. But they can access down here now. They can chuck a right, scream along here. And they can access in here. They can come out. And they can go back the way they came. Or they can go around to the freeway. Looks a bit spaghetti, I know, but I just wanted it to follow the railway line a little bit and watch the traffic. These guys coming from this way, which will be ore. My ore's over here. So they'll come down here. Zip, zip, zip up here. They'll be able to access there and cut across over the bridge and join the inner city traffic here. I've given them double 4 lanes to merge, knocked it down to 3 and then into 2. They go in the first one, they come out the next 2, straight up here and out. So alright, let's give this a crack. This is either going to make or break this city right now, so let's see what happens. And I've got to keep my eye on this here because this is flooding as well, but I'll come back and have a look at that in a moment. Let's see how we go here. Usually takes a little bit for the first customers, and it helps if I turn it on. Oh look, he's off and racing. It's going to be first. Oh, we need some power there. What do you want power for, mate? Jesus. There we go. Now we're cracking. Who's first? This is just going to get absolutely choked, I'm telling you. But if I hit 20,000, I'm putting the next one here. I've already got it ready to roll. And I'll open up the oil and get that trumpet into connection there. Alright, come on dudes. Come on down, suckers. Come and get choked with traffic. Nobody yet. So, just going to see how this is faring. Run it on maximum. High tide, it goes up a little bit. Seems to have calmed down a little. I might just edge that out. I think I'll just take that down just a fraction. Just let a little bit more water up there. It'll flood in there a bit, yeah, but that's only because I just adjusted it. We'll come back, it should settle down. Should do. We cracking yet? Yeah, first customer. Third customer. Farming. 2 farming got there first. Gotta watch them farmers. They're sneaky little buggers. Alright, we're cracking. Good. Just want to watch this momentarily. And when the game switches on, I dare say, is that one of my ore trucks? Nope. Are my ore trucks even coming this way? Let's have a look. Ice Cube Factory. Returning to facility. Dude. Righto. Let's my policies. I haven't got any of these on yet. This is where you make the big money. You lose a bit at first and then you make a ton of it, but I'm not ready for that yet. The city's not ready for it, is what I mean. It's not ready for that yet. We'll just let this get up and away first. We'll see how it all goes. The train should go the right way around. He's got his own line. He doesn't interfere in my trains. And he can go wherever he wants. See you later, pal. So, absolutely don't interfere with my rail in any way, shape or form. They don't even cross each other. Man, I've got 2 of them over here. I've got one there. This little access road. Where's my other one down here? Should be running that at a... oh shit. Should be running that at 100, the hell? Yeah, it is. You'll be right, fella. Someone's on their way. I'm going to do a quick save and then I can turn this screen off. I knew this was going to get traffic. This is nothing yet. I'm more worried about my main artery here, which is 3-lane, but they're low-speed roads. I'm worried about outside traffic coming in and smashing this to pieces. I'm going to put these traffic lights back on here and here, and that's going to break the traffic up. traffic ban all the way through residential. Oh mate, there, shot on the bit. Oh, whoa, whoa. So he's sitting on 44. Give him an empty. Send him back out. Turn that on and send him out. Oh, we are running full speed. It seems to be lagging a bit. So far it's working. Most of them are choosing the freeway to get out. Oh, my all trucks. I've got heavy traffic ban along here. Let's get rid of that. Then my all trucks can return. Otherwise, my ore trucks will come out here, go down here, hook on, flick in, and they have to go all the way out of the city to go all the way down to this little interconnection here. So I'm going to take heavy traffic ban off through here. I already have done. I'm sure. Yeah, well, there's nothing stopping them. Everything in the city's fine, so I can keep my eye over there. That's good. I also lowered the ferry jetty over here. I lowered this right down now, so when the ferries come in and out, it'll be a more realistic height. So the other way I had it, when I had these out, it was just way too high. It was ridiculous, so I managed to sort that out. Got a little bit of a flood, but nothing major. Boy, oh boy. This is going to get inundated, something bad. Come on, 20,000. I think this little... be running 100 on my Garbo, I am. I'm going to have to put another one down. Got one over there too, but it doesn't quite access these guys. So I'll put it on the... let me pause it for a moment. This is again, as soon as I put this down, it can't be moved. These guys are sucking through that ore pretty quick. It's just before I do that, let's just see how much ore I do have. Yeah, it's almost gone. It's almost depleted through there, so we'll put the garbage there. Alright, because you're a loser, fuck off, get out of my city. I think we'll turn old mate here on. And I'll empty that one out and we'll cover them. Don't need that one on. Alright, everything's kosher. I knew this joint was going to get pumped with traffic. I don't think it's even begun yet, to be perfectly honest. Those guys are merging fine. like into 3, down into 2. Not crossing over, going in and out, so that's another good sign. Pretty wank at 11 grand. I just did a save, so we're going to go city-wide on this. I'm doing the whole kit and caboodle, so we'll probably lose a shitload of money. Oh dear, it'll go down. I'll check it in about 2 minutes and it should be cracking, especially on 3 speed. Let's get a look at the traffic. Yeah, luckily I opened that up. That had a heavy traffic ban on it, this road. That's the main artery down there. You may have to the section of arterial here, just because of them lights there. That's already got 4 lanes. I'll just give them the extra turning lane. Okay, we're good with that. This one's been giving me a grief the whole build. So right now, these little access slip lanes, they're getting a lot of use. There's another one here. They're getting a ton of use, and that's freed up the traffic from this arterial. You got to connect all of your suburbs together. If you don't connect your suburbs together, they become segregated suburbs, and that's when your collectors and arterials shut down. They just get inundated with traffic in ridiculous, copious amounts. We're looking fine here. I probably might be able to open up this side now and probably hook on. But this is only a temporary connection anyway, because when the trumpet goes in, I'll be able to divert a leg off it and make him pay a toll on the way in. We're back to making about what we were before. We're almost at 20,000, so it's making me pretty happy. I still quick pause because I can see I want to get some more housing down. High dense there's doing alright. We've got another little section here. That's got high-rise ban on it. I don't want you to get any taller. These guys can grow up a bit. This is all high dense fine. A little bit of high dense here. They're not burning up too quick. A little bit of high density, that's growing just that, yeah. This is historical, so it won't grow any bigger. A little bit of high density there. Just a little bit scattered, just to give a little skyline, but that's well and truly high enough. I don't want anything higher than that. The height of the hospital is fine. Anyway. I'm neglecting the hillbillies up here. Nothing wrong with hillbillies. I reckon they're awesome dudes. So I gave them their own little area. In Australia, hillbillies are called bogans. Just a bit of useless information there. I'm not going to worry about the housing anyway. I have done a game save, so if something terrible happens, I can always kick it off again. I'm more interested in watching this and running at 3 speed. And no one's crossing over, so that's good. It's all flowing nicely. The trains aren't waiting behind each other yet. They've got their own turning lane there anyway, so that shouldn't make a difference. I knew this was going to get heavy. As soon as I opened up the heavy traffic then on this road, I knew they were all going to use it. I just knew it. Look at them, they're smashing along. Christ. Now it's starting to back up. Oh dear God. Oh, fuck me. Oh no. We're going to have to turn this into an arterial. And I can't because I've got local roads running off it too. Oh no. Yeah, nah. This is not going to work. I'll keep at it. Ah, oh, look at the fucking trains now. Piss off. How unrealistic is that? You see, if this game can't fuck you up one way, it'll fuck you up another. And it will do it time and time and time again. Right, these policies. I'm telling you, this game will fuck you in the arse, man. Right, it will. I've spent, I don't know, many hours so far keeping it all low dense, thinking about all my road structures, getting everything prepared to expand across the river. All these hours I've done, little tourist areas, I've got the traffic in there, beautiful, no problems, leisure, all good. This one here's a little bit heavier. And the minute I put this motherfucker down, the game turns to shit. So I'm going to put this other one over here. Usually when you got a second one down, it usually pulls a lot of weight off the first one. Ideally, I wanted to bring a cargo up into here, turn these two blocks into one, have the rail line run down that footpath along the edge of the collector and run the training through there, but I can't really find a way to do it. I can't dig down between these two roads because it'll just go to a V and I won't be able to get a rail line under there. I'm not going to do train tunnels. I don't do any tunnels. That's the only tunnel I do, and that's because I use above ground metro, and this is train metro station is underground is what I'm trying to say. So metro, monorail and train hub, and just go on the metro track and you'll see that that's the metro station under the ground there. See the people under the ground, those white ones. So there's the metro there. A few dudes, and now he'll come out up there. So you have no choice but to hook up to that one, and that's the only little tunnel I've got. I don't use tunnels. Oh, boo-hoo! Fuck you! See you. Rebuild your home. See you. Rebuild your home. Anyone else going to whinge? See ya. Rebuild your home. Who else is whinging? Oh, the whole lot of you. See you. That's why this game will fuck you in half, see? Does it all the time. So, what you got to do is not use don't use this shit, especially high-tech housing. Don't use that ever, because as soon as you turn it off, or if you don't give them the full fucking treatment, they'll fuck you over. These things here will send your traffic throughout your city, send it to a shithole. And the minute you put down a cargo terminal, you've got to put two at the same time. You can't just put one down. So I'm going to restart this, and I'm not putting them... That's why I save the game before I do anything super duper like that. that freight car goes there, but I'm going to have to build another one down at the oil, and I didn't want to put any oil down until I had hit 20,000 population. So this game's extremely technical, extremely unrealistic. It's good fun, it's great, you get addicted, can't stop playing it. I played 12, 13 hours straight, think only 2 or 3 hours have gone by. So here we are back to here, policies and all that should be off. And I don't ever use them. I use bike riding and I use recreational use. You pay 15% more for your police budget, but you get a little bit more tax, a little bit more tourism, less crime rate, and they also get happiness out of it. And my economy with the coppers, I run them about between 50% until the crime gets up a bit. I've managed to keep it at 75 plus 15 is 100, so it's like running it at 100%. And I've got heaps of room for prisons, so I've only got 68 detained. I've got room for 240, and we pretty much got coverage all over, so you know, they're doing all right. So right, I'm going to pause the game here. I'll let that keep running, but let's look at the traffic now that I haven't got doing too much at once. So 93%, these are still all fine. But the minute you put these policies on, all right, you make a bit of money, but the price you pay is you just choke everything up. This is a small mix area of commercial and industry, and it's all low dense residential bar about 20 buildings. All right, it's a low key area. It's quiet. It's you know, it's self-sufficient, self-supporting. That side of the river is going to be all the city, all the high rises, all the real technical stuff, and that's why I'm going to put the trumpet running through here to hook that freeway and this freeway up, and there'll be a third connection out there towards that bridge, so we'll be able to move the traffic around from one side to the other. But the only high dense I wanted here really was just a little bit of tourism, 1 or 2 buildings. I put the clock tower here to fill the middle, and that's it, you know, just to give it just a little bit, like just nothing major. So anyway, keep our eye on here for a little bit, and I'm going to go and build another one now. So as you can see, there's not six trains all lined up now, so that's what I mean. Sorry for swearing, but hey, I am who I am. I can't help it. I cuss in real life, real bad. Like I cuss like a trooper. And it comes out when I get frustrated with this game. You spend so many hours on this game. Let's just go and have a little look at my I don't have any buses either. Buses can get fucked in this game. You've got a small little square area, and you're running 16 buses because people are too lazy to walk from there to there. So always make sure people have plenty of walking access and can access everywhere by walking. And every tree that you see on the road, on these roads, they're all bicycle lanes. They're all bicycle lanes. So I've got bikes hooked up. That should have been a bike lane through there, but anyway, I'll have to go through and check that. But everywhere else is all bike lanes. And they can get from one side of town to the other using bike lanes. I also got ramps motorbikes everywhere, bridges, walk bridges, you name it. Like, they can access everywhere, so, and they use it. And that's why I don't use buses. Buses in this game are bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I don't need 2 metro, I'm just running 2 just for the aesthetics. So when I cruise over here, I get to see metro, monorail and all that all running, trains and everything. Let's drop that back to 1. We've got one train with 144, the other one's 183, he's just dropped off. We'll keep 2 running on that one. Yeah, this one only needs 1, so let's ease that up. And monorail, so I could even drop 1, but I won't, just because each carriage is, you know, 3/4 full, so there's just enough running there. There's 20 stops, 7 vehicles, and that one runs out to the iron ore mine. There's not enough people working out there to over here. Not enough people that are working over here just yet to really, you know, if the whole area was done in once, sure, but when this gets eaten out, I'll turn that into just standard generic industry. There we go. So it's almost gone. The iron ore's almost depleted, and it doesn't last long. This is not a very big ore area. This is the strongest parts of it. Now it's gone back to white. It's yeah, pretty much not much ore left out of it. I'll start whinging soon. And the way I get around that is I mark the ore. The way I get around that is then when they're depleted, I'll just go in there and just, because everything's here is marked with ore, so as soon as, like, I'll pause it, like I'll do that, right, and then that'll become generic industry, and everything else inside that will still stay ore, but I don't want to destroy them buildings yet. So not until you get a little icon that whinges at you. It says no natural resources. Oh, no natural resources. And they'll just cry at you non-stop. See, look, the trains aren't even full. Right, it's only 20% loaded, this train. Where'd that other train go? There was another train right behind it before I paused it. Maybe I'm seeing things. Alright, everyone's happy. I'm going to do it. Just going to do a save, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to run the game hot, just for a couple of minutes. I'm still not 100% certain about here. I spent a long time decorating in here, getting it all kind of touristy looking. Little places there, a little Vegas spot, a little place over here I made where people can get drunk and go and marry each other like they do. There it is there. Come to Vegas and go home married, even though you're already married. So I made a little place like that. You know, you got to role play it. So yeah, whatever. I think that's worked out okay. Doesn't seem to be flooding. I'll just give it another second or two. No, that's fine now. And these things are a real pain in the ass to get down near water level. They're extremely difficult. Just going to roll myself one of these things and just have a little fly over the top. Get a bit of a look. This camera view is pretty good because it'll show you where little spots that you miss, you didn't detail, or little spots that give you traffic problems, or showing you little places that you don't notice that needs correcting. If you look for it, you'll find it. And that's a shithouse way to set up, but it's the only way I can fit it in. I'll have to run a bridge out of there and over the collector, but it's only when I continue to build residential from that side. So you see, all those policies aren't on, the traffic's good, traffic's fine. How much are we making? About 10 grand. So for the sake of making another between $6,000 and $7,000 a week, all of my roads were choked up. This was choked up. This whole thing was choked up. The trains were backed up to here. There was like 6 or 7 trains. Like, it's just not worth using them policies, you know? It's just not worth it. Maybe if you did a little section of it, like say this mix area, no, that'd be too much. But if I did them small, big enthusiasts, do a quick save. Let's have a little experiment on just one little area. For crying out loud. Import, export. Still importing a lot of agriculture, but we're exporting agriculture. You work that shit out. Work that out for me. Why are we importing and exporting a little bit less than what we're importing? You see, this game doesn't make sense. We're not importing any forestry, so forestry is where it should be. I'm going to put the policy on the forestry here. Industrial space planning. And we're going to run it ×3. And let's see if only one little section makes any difference. We haven't got any commercial in there? Nope. Alright, we're gonna check this out now. This fucking hell. This policy states doubles the amount of goods produced by that zoned area, and it's $6 per building. So traffic flows 92. It's already dropped 2%. Just from putting just that little area here. My traffic's really starting to turn to shit now. Look at this road now. It's red because they're pre-programmed to run down here. They're not even starting to run down here yet. But they will, and then that collector will now have to turn into a very small section of an arterial road, i.e. 3 lanes each way. So those policies, they're not worth it. Look at the traffic now. It was all peaceful and smooth and calm, and I'm surprised there's not more. No, there's one there and one behind it. We'll see how much spawns out. And what are we making? About the same money. And that's just for that little forestry zone area here. Maybe what, 40, 45, 50 businesses in there, something like that. I'll come back and check. It's just not worth it. I've already got 6 million for the city to spend on, and I'm in positive, so I don't need an extra 2,000 with the headache, and the traffic's just dropped a little bit more, so, and now we're getting full hammered, and another 5 minutes that'll be choked all the way up here, and this entire residential area will be fucked in the arse. And over here we got the hospital, the university, all the important stuff to keep the residential going, the education and the health of the entire city. Well, it's not a city, is it? It's a suburb. We're still whinging about fucking garbage. Fuck off. Stop having parties. So if I put a second one down and had those policies on, the traffic would still be bad, but half of it would go here and the other half would go to that one. So I will put a second one down. But look at this traffic, man, for Christ's sake. And there's more tractors there than anything else, so please, agriculture has its own zone. Oh no, that's generic there. Going to ruin my farmland. I should have checked that. That wasn't in the zone. These will come back there as animals or something. Agriculture. So the zones aren't mixed. It's just this one. Traffic is 93. Went from 92 to 93. Makes no sense. But look at it. Oh dear Lord. Now it's not bad considering some people's builds, but for not even 20,000 people, that's beyond a joke. Now I'm going to turn this off. Alright. Turn that off, we'll come back and check it. And the traffic should subdue quite a bit. Look how many there are. Let's hang about these roads here for a moment. So those policies aren't worth it. Look at these trains now. Now this is just a delayed reaction to all the forestry I've been bringing in. When I had that policy on, they doubled the output. So there's a shitload of export going on now. Train after train after train. And when I put that policy on before I reloaded in, I'd actually done the whole, every single business was doubling their output. It's just not worth doing. And my money's fluctuating between 9,000 and 12,000 a week, so it hasn't benefited me in any way, except made my roads busier for no reason. You know, just made them busier for no reason. They're starting to bank up now. And being on console, I don't have access to mods. So, no mods. I'm on PlayStation, so no mods. Nothing, just DLCs. And that's why I've got only 2 DLCs. I've got Park Life and Mass Transport, and that's why I've got the 4 lane roads and the 2 lane highways. It's the only reason why I bought it. And Park Life, so I could do a couple of little parky cheats like I've got going on here. Where's the gates? There. So for dudes to access the shopping centre, because there's no shopping in this area here, they have to pay top dollar to get through the gates. I've got them running hot. I've got them running maximum speed, maximum price. So this should chill in a bit. Another couple of minutes and this traffic will all go back to normal, and these trillions of vehicles will disappear, and it'll just be nice and cosy. I was going to put the football stadium over here. That's that one. This one, I was going to put it here somewhere, but this always gets shunted. Well, when High Dense was in here, this road was an absolute nightmare. So I possibly could try it when this dissipates. So it has pretty good access. It has local access roads that run right through and collect over this side. So we've got 2 there, we've got the collector plus that one. So it's a fairly good spot for it. It's in the edge of the industry area. And probably these guys will have a little sulk about the noise, but the rest of them won't. So I'll just turn that into offices. Actually, I'm going to do that now already. Well, no, I won't. And it should be dissipating now. The freight train should start easing up, which they're not. Here comes another 2. So as soon as you put that policy on it, probably about a month in game, it should start to dissipate very shortly. I can see the traffic's already starting to thin out a little bit. Yeah, it's in dribs and drabs now, which is good. Sometime 2 speed. Just have a little look at it. This bit was a real nightmare to get done. It took ages. Cost me a shitload of money. It all worked out in the end. Pretty happy about that. Whoa, better put you on it. Historical, don't want you to get any bigger than that. I've already done him. No, I didn't. These guys are fine. There's our monorail rocking in. Plenty of people. It's a busy little place. Expect that for a major shopping area and industry area, combined area. People tell you it's not a good idea to mix your zonings in such a way, but I've never had a problem with it. As you can see, the traffic in here, traffic in here is like basically non-existent. you know, and that's because I don't build anything on the edge of the collectors, on the left or right, only on the side streets. All the front doors are on the side streets, so it always leaves clear way. That's just a tip. There's other people out there that are way better players than me, but these are things that I've learnt from them and things that I've picked up along the way. And I don't use policies. They're there just to destroy your game, as far as I'm concerned. And I get really cranky when I've spent so many hours building something. Yeah, see, we've dissipated now. To have it destroyed, you know, and I've had high density unlocked for half of the time I've been playing, and I've got about 20 of them. So there's no need to have every building monstrosity of just tallness everywhere. Like, I'd rather keep it suburbs. It just looks way better, looks more realistic, you know, more realistic. And yeah, this is all pretty gritty, but this was made for high density European theme. So like I said, I destroyed all the high dense except for that little mob there. And this is all office blocks, European office blocks that are in the middle, and they're crushing the sound of the metro and the monorail. But people are walking everywhere, like that's what you want to see, you know. There's no need for buses. My bins are never full. Like, I've got empty bins over here. I've actually got one more on than what I actually need. I'm going to empty that one out and switch it off. It's only down here somewhere. Yeah, down here. This is a stupid thing I did. Really dumb. It actually needs a connection here. I could probably put one in. I could probably put one in there for them. Excuse me. Let's have a look. Let's put one in here and see what happens. So I reckon as soon as I put a connection here, this will all start to back up, and there'll be cars coming down here turning right, and there'll be hardly anything coming down turning left. That's my guess. That's the way this game does it. I often say this game will always fuck you in the arse and shit. I probably shouldn't say stuff like that. I'm being honest. I'm just talking of my experience in this game over the last 3 years. It hasn't been a happy one. And it's taken me 3 years to learn the basics, really. Alright, watch what happens here. We'll come back and check on this in a little bit. We don't need lights, so I'll make you and you stop. And just to keep the uniformity, I'll put that down there. We'll come back and check this now. So really, the only little bit is this, and that's from the iron ore area. Nothing going on here. It's all nice and kosher. Now I've put that down. We'll come back here in a moment. We'll see what happens. Seems to be a lot more traffic here than what there was a moment ago. I'd definitely turn that policy off, right? F for fucking shit. Yeah, well, they're all turned off. Righto. There's too much traffic for standard. But anyway. We'll follow this train. Just have a sticky beak at him. I'll try to get my tracks as realistic as possible. Everything's like no big jaggedy bumps and stuff. I can't handle seeing that. And I'll spend hours and hours correcting it. Bridges, turns, everything. If it ain't right, I can't not fix it. There's something wrong with me. I can't let it go. I hate how they change tracks like that. Why can't they just stay on one side of the track and I can run a train each way? I really don't like how they do that. So that's the express train, and the other train is express to the other side. Oops, just one moment. So yeah, my advice: don't use all the don't use everything the game has. Buses, stay away from. Put cycle paths down everywhere. Put walking trails everywhere. Walking paths and biking paths. The bikes will use the walking paths as well. So. These dudes are all paying every time they come in and out. This might even be level 5 now. Still level 4. 10,000 visitors? We've got 1360. They're bypassing my gates. But that's alright. I'm still making enough money out of it. Been rotting it. That's going to be needing emptying soon. Fairly. I'll have to put the starter on here. Just a cul-de-sac turnaround point. Guys out. I'll make sure that only the commercial gets the stink of it. I'll probably whinge at it, but fuck them. This hasn't been doing too good over here. It's not getting many visitors. This thing's usually ranking with people, and I put it right near. They've got access to it, but I don't know. I guess people just don't like Christmas anymore. Maybe it's that jolly fat cunt. It's supposed to be jolly. Let's empty that. I think the road, the way I designed it, it held up this end, like the traffic wasn't jam-packed, so the design of it works. It looks a bit spaghetti-ish, and I probably could have done it nicer. But like I said, it's only temporary until I put that trumpet in. That trumpet's going to run right alongside it through here. So, be a trumpet interchange. And this will have to sustain the oil and the... What was that truck over there? Oh, he must have come down off the freeway. Same as him. Yeah. At least they're using the right side. He's going to go up here and chuck a left. Good fella. Whereas usually the game would make you come up here and turn across the traffic. I use left-hand drive because I'm an Aussie. In Australia we drive on the left. And this has only just started. This will start being a hot area pretty well. It's already starting to get hot. So eventually, when this builds a bit, this road here will be the destruction of this entire freeway. The rail cargo, the oil, just from having one connection there. And like I said, it's a pretty shit connection, but that's the end of the tile. And I'm not going any further that way. I'll be grabbing them two, that one and those two. So that'll be my whole build. So I'm trying to utilise this river to its full potential. That's why I already put the ferry down early, but I turned it off so it's not costing me money. But I like having ferries run the river. And yeah, we've got more oil over there, we've got more farming and a little bit of oil on the other side of the freeway over there just before the hill. And this rail line over here, my God, it is the absolute epitome. If you look at that rail across the river there, this game developers made this map, and I don't think at the time they knew how the game worked. Not to create shit like that, you know. Sure does make it tough. Freeways that are all shonky. And to be honest, I've not seen any outside rail. I've got allow intercity trains on, and usually they give you a nightmare. They'll bring 15 trains at once, but I've not seen them. At all. And they've got access here. This is the main access point. I thought this was going to be a lot worse than what it is, so anything left off that, that's the main track. Anything left of that is all my rail. So the right lane I do nothing of except industry. You know, that's my rail there. And we hook around and go down. I split off then into two. And this is the main track that runs through. When I get that tile there, I'll be doubling the tracks over and still keeping this side for industry. Like the city's running well now. Traffic's gone up to 3. I'm gonna put a heavy traffic ban back on here. I just took that heavy traffic ban off. High dense residential, high rise ban. High dense res, high rise ban. Commercial high rise ban. So I didn't want any tall buildings over here at all. Very, very minimal. And the rest of this, heavy traffic ban. So this is still heavy traffic ban. That is That should be full. That should be free. Allow the heavy vehicles in. That's why I did that. I made that part of the commercial area there. But I'm not letting the heavy traffic come out this street. Only in and out that one. So, and it's close to this one, and this one brings us in off the entrance. So it's a pretty dicey intersection, and it's pretty risky running your heavy vehicles in and out of here. So that's all I want. I don't want them coming out here because it's way too close to the connection there, and it'll just stuff it up. And you stuff that up, you stuff the freeway up, you stuff everything else up. So just try and plan ahead. You want more garbage, mate, do you? We're running out of 100. We are. Guess that's because you leveled up. Hey, just leveled up, right? 14%. That one. Turn that on. And fire up. We've still got 2 spares here. We got that one. We've got a few floating about. That should be empty. Let's have one more look at this intersection. Yeah, it's getting hotter. It's now branching out. So I will leave it for now. Now this is pretty much back to normal, operating as it should be. That's right, heavy traffic down this. Actually I opened that up, didn't I, so they'll have access. How else can I give them access across there? I am not going to put a road through here. I'm not going to put an exit road through here. That'll just stuff all of this up. So that was the whole reason I had to put this down, because this was chaotic. I actually had this collector ran down here, and so all that's newer than what the rest of the suburb is. I took that cross street out. There was a T intersection through here, and it stuffed it all up. So this is how I fixed it, and took away all this high density and just put it back to low dense. They'll be close to full level now. Yeah, not far away. So your office, high-rise band, and that's just in this thin strip inside here, and that keeps the noise down so these guys don't all whinge and bitch about the noise. I think we're doing pretty good. And one more final look over here. Because this had me worried, this was getting flooded constantly. And I was like, oh, I've just stuffed the whole friggin'... Once you ruin the landscape, it's so hard to fix it up. As you can see, it's just a sheer cliff. So I actually had to raise these boulders because the water was running over the top, and then I had to bring it out to a little bit of a peak, but instead of it angling the water away, it just made the water suck around, and I was like, what the fuck, how does that even happen? You can see it there, it's just pulling it around. So I don't know. The game's designed to keep you challenged. And that's all your noise pollution. So that's why I've got my shops over here. You weren't supposed to grow tall anyway. I just put one there just to help these guys get have a shop near them. So, and I put the parks and that there, you know, just like a little corner shop was supposed to be. And the big fuck off thing like that, they're out of there. So I'll let that grow back. Chuck lights on here. And this ain't going to be good. And if I take that connection away now, they'll all whinge and they'll say that their land value's gone down. To do this job in real life, it would be quite a challenge. Because you can't just go knocking people's houses down like you can in this game. We'll come back and check on this later. These guys are still getting ore. Well, everything's running smooth, so time to put down a football stadium. This might be a good place for it. And then we've got the collector, and everyone hooks up to that collector. For the game's sake. Oh yeah, this metro. I was going to extend this metro. I'm going to bring this metro going along the edge here and give these people a way to get into the middle of the city here instead of going right around the outskirts and then getting on a monorail, monorail, and then having to feed their way back in. It's going to be a shortcut. But there's not enough density here for it, so I didn't bother about it. That may change in the future. I mean, ideally, this would be perfect places for industry along this whole back section. Considering I'm not building any further out that way, that's always going to stay as is. So could actually take half of this away, which might be viable, and I'll put the footy stadium in there. Guess what? I'm going to do it. Let's just make some more housing. I'm going to put the football stadium here, that way I'll have access through that. And it's kind of in the right area. You suckers are out of there. All you piss off. Go find somewhere else to live. You're not welcome here. Go elsewhere. And I'll let them disappear. These guys I'll keep. change. Oh, we're going to change this. We're not going to heavy traffic down it at all. We'll leave that back as a little tourism spot. I think it's just a bit weird on me, to be honest. Yeah. It's all stupid. Keep this as we'll extend this out as well. Put a bit of a commercial hub over here now. So let's not put wheels in there. I'm just about to do a big demolish. All of them are going to go. That connection's got to go. I'll build more residential here. That's going to put this road under pressure. I think I will. I think I will do it. I'm pretty sure it's a good idea. Although I'm not 100% certain. But we're going to do it. There's a bicycle lane. I think I'll just keep it gritty. Is a bicycle lane. This is undulating, isn't it? Yes. That's right, it'll just be residential. It won't come out any further than that. That might be a bad idea. This one goes to a T. Let's keep this as a bike track. I'll leave that alone. Break up the grid. Just to break the grid a little bit. Still very much a grid. but it's education, it's a pretty good spot for a school. 21, 27. It's for university soon, but not just yet. Here we are. There's a park close by. Could be this one over here. Pop that fella in there. Because it's a hill, we should run it on its side. And that'll let us do paths out that way. That'll work. No! We can cover that. I might just make that high fence and just make sure zone it. That's it. Ooh, not in there, not in there. Any of these European buildings, they all interlock together and they all got corners on them, and if they build them properly, rounded corners, they've got car parks in the middle and shit, so they're pretty cool. So I think that'll look alright there. If you go breaking it up with footpaths and that, they never build them, it never builds right. So let's go ahead and zone it. Oh, we did already. I'll probably destroy these houses along here. There's something else that could go in there. Fix up our power. So tempted to put office in there, but we won't have to. Just run power from here now. Bing, yeah, connected. Let's go. All these guys will disappear. See you, suckers. Thanks for coming. Worry about power, mate. Just worry about moving out. Go on, get your bags, go. So we just balanced it out now with these guys. Make sure that's a corner piece. That isn't. That is. Come back and check on that. They want water. Probably should give her water. A little bit of a necessity for life, really, isn't it? And I don't worry about mucking around, putting pipes under roads and shit. Just max coverage, 460 wide. Alright, 460 gives you a thin blue line, perfect coverage. You don't waste money. It makes absolutely no difference. It's a gain. That's how I look at it. Man, I'm glad they're gone. I never noticed how ugly houses I've ever seen. Fucking crazy. Alright dudes, I hope you like industry. You're about to get jam-packed with them. Oh, it's just disappeared on us. Well, we'll go to a little bit of terraforming here. Bit. They're not making me build this again. Pretty filthy about that. Fucking retard. It shouldn't break. Shouldn't. We're coming up 10, we'll probably hook on about. Let's drop that down to 3. Oh, I don't want that on the edge of the map. No thanks. Let's just tidy this up a little bit. Ah, you just wasted money. Straight. Stupid. I'll fix that up later. Three on the roundabout. Two off. 2 lanes off the roundabout, 3 lanes on, always. 3 lanes in between, road meets, 4, road off, back to 3, road on 4, off, back to 3, that should be 4, that should be 4. Alright, we got that sorted. A little bit of road coverage as well. Going to be one way in, one way out. Oh, that is fucking low. Worst bit is I have to redo that whole bit again. Good. It's ugly, but it'll work. I think I should probably bridge. I can't bridge that over. wouldn't build anything on that. But now that the heavy traffic being gone, come on. Alright. Oh. Locked out there, didn't you? Fuck you, cunt. I could have the football up here, and I can also bring another one of these into there and have a third one over there. That way all my freight will get moved around without the use of so many trucks. Well, that's the logic in the game anyway. Does it actually work? I don't know. I've never really put it to the test. Skimpings and power, something on the side of it. I want it to be near here somewhere, so I reckon probably this side. And that collector, that one and that one. Nice if we're just off this one. Considering that's the main thoroughfare, that'll get used by the trucks, whereas this one won't. Inside, but that's a pretty reckless sort of entrance. No point having through. A little mucking around here. Let's just keep the ball rolling. Oh, how'd you end up in the bush there, fella? How did that happen? We should get them in pretty soon. raise it one side and sink it the other. I think raise it one side. That's what I think. Cover that fairly well. And then we'll take it through. You betcha, it's in the right area anyway. Services are no longer required. Now, I wonder, I better get rid of that zoning first. The absolute epitome. I just can't do that. That's yes. Still going to keep all this side. All out of there. Quite a very upset people at the moment. What is that up there? Still crazy. Shape this. That ground's ugly. One way. Yeah, that's one way. Worked up until now. I think we'll take that. Do I want it elevated or not? I don't think so. I'm going to dig all this out. We're going to start it all fresh. the garbage that's left there. We'll get 2 stadiums in here, plus more. Collector through, and ideally I want to hook this up with a good connection. Let's go to there for now. That part anyway. Something unique. Face that way. Yes, might be alright. Which way do I want to face it? That's the main thing. So if I put these two smaller ones side by side, they would fit down here. That would fit there. And that'll fit in there too. So I'll put all 3 stadiums in here. This should be the centre of attraction. Right up on the back wall, is it? Oh, it is. That's going to dig into the ground. Let's pull back half of that. That gives us a little leeway. Quite a bridge down, right? Good. Good terrain bridges. Prepared to try it. shit too. It's Dodjo. But it'll look different. Certainly look different. I'll just put that there for now. I'm going to place it. I'm pretty happy with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Why do I do some things? Probably not the best decision I've ever done. But I'm going to roll with it. Fuck off. Let's see if we can bring the land around it. Is that possible? Damn, it's right in the middle of the two. Alright. We can do this, and then I reckon... we'll see how it goes first. I may have to make a one way around it. Grass. Trees, we have to do it with grass. Trees are going to die. Industry. Make this one way all around. No, make it two ways out. You can put that one in there. And that one in there. You fucking talking about you. The reason I pulled it back is because you can put decorations out the front. You can really make it your own. You know? You can do shit like that. Yeah, you gotta put cafes and shit along there. Flower boxes, but for some reason it's not accepting that it's connected. And I was hoping that would have disappeared.
fucking shit cunt. Fuck you. It's a bit silly, that one. It's not going to let me do a one way around it. Jesus. They were starving for some entertainment. They're flocking here like madmen. Really made a bit of a boo-boo. I'm sure I can do something. Going to bring a lot more money into. I'm going to be sitting up on that little cliff there, and boy, you're lonesome. So let's give that 3, huh? If I could bring this down to this level. And shit else. Yeah, okay. Interesting. No biscuit. No biscuit. Let's get bushland up that way. We should stop fucking doing it. Let's get that redstone done first before I do anything like that. Well, we've destroyed half an area. Straight up generic. side. Keep that rolling. And we'll have power shortly. Over one. Right. Now the industry's out of here, that should start to come back. Grass. Now we got a top section. Split metal. Bring that out a little. Not exactly what I had in mind. Close. Will it let me? Will it let me? Oh, look what it did there. Get fucked. keep it rolling. And over time all this dirty stuff will dissipate and then I'll be able to do trees and that in here. Bit of that one, bit of that one, bit of that one. Oh, before all the people come, it's charging full price. Yellow's different. Yellow it is. Creatures higher. Not pin fuck off, I'm gonna woke fucker. Something about the yellow. This looks different. That'll be the colours, each square. Oh no, they have to stay in the gates. Make sure these people are paid. Just draw the fucking thing in there for Christ's sake.
What are you doing, stupid? Oi.
I want to go out. Right, we'll let this run for a bit.
You alright, mate? Alright. What a fucking...